The sun was dipping behind the Arizona desert, staining the sky in deep streaks of orange and red. Heat shimmered off the highway as a line of motorcycles thundered toward a dusty gas station near Red Mesa. The Iron Wolves Motorcycle Club, known across 3 states for their fierce loyalty and strict moral code, had been riding since sunrise. They were rough on the outside, tattoos, leather, boots worn from the road, but everyone who truly knew them understood they were protectors, not troublemakers. The group rolled into the station one by one, engines rumbling as they parked near the side of the building. Their leader, a broad-shouldered biker named Hawk, took off his helmet and wiped sweat from his brow. He had the hardened face of a man who'd seen too much darkness in life, but his eyes still carried something gentle, like embers that refused to die out. "All right, boys," Hawk said, "fuel up, grab water, stretch your legs. We ride in 20. The rest of the club spread out. Tank went inside for iced drinks, Raven checked his bike chain, and Ghost, the quietest of them all, sat on the curb lighting a cigarette. It was a normal stop, ordinary, familiar. Nothing hinted at what was about to happen. Hawk walked toward the side of the store to splash water on his face. As he leaned over the small metal sink, he heard soft footsteps behind him, light, hesitant, almost scared. When he turned, he froze. A little girl stood there. She couldn't have been more than 8 years old. She wore an oversized pink dress that was dusty and torn. Her blonde hair was messy, as if she'd been pulling at it from stress or fear. What hit Hawk hardest were her eyes, big, round, and trembling. Not just frightened, terrified. Hawk softened his voice. "Hey, sweetheart, you lost." She looked over her shoulder, checking the area as if expecting someone to appear any moment. Then she stepped closer, gripping the edge of his leather vest with surprisingly desperate hands. "Mister," she whispered, "please, help me." Hawk blinked, lowering himself to her eye level. "It's okay. What's your name?" "Lily," she stammered. Raven noticed them from a distance and started walking over. Ghost flicked away his cigarette, watching silently. Something about the girl's body language put all of them on alert. Hawk kept his tone gentle. "Lily, where's your mom?" She swallowed tightly. She died last year." A quiet heaviness settled over the bikers. "What about your dad?" Hawk asked. Her eyes watered. "I don't have a real dad." Raven's jaw tightened. Ghost stood up fully, already sensing where this was going. Lily's fingers trembled as she clutched Hawk's vest harder. Then she whispered the words that froze every man in place. "My stepfather. He wants to take me away. Please. Don't let him." Hawk felt something cold settle in his chest, the kind of cold that came from fury held on a tight leash. Raven's nostrils flared. Tank stepped out of the gas station holding drinks, but dropped the bag the moment he saw Lily crying. Hawk placed a steadying hand on her shoulder. "Lily, what do you mean, take you away?" She looked over her shoulder again, panic surging. He said he's taking me, somewhere I can't tell nobody. He got angry when I asked where. I ran when he stopped for gas, but he's coming. I know he's coming." Right then, as if summoned by her fear, the growl of an old pickup truck echoed across the lot. Lily flinched so hard she nearly stumbled. The bikers turned as one. A rusted blue truck pulled into the station, tires squealing. The man behind the wheel was red-faced, sweaty, and visibly furious. He slammed the truck door so hard the metal shook. He scanned the area like a predator. And when his eyes landed on Lily, his face twisted into something ugly. "There you are," he shouted. Lily let out a small gasp and hid behind Hawk's leg. The man stormed toward them, finger pointed accusingly. "You, get away from her. She's my daughter." Raven stepped forward before Hawk could speak. "Back up, man. She doesn't want to go with you." The stepfather scoffed, looking Raven up and down. "And who the hell are you? Some biker trash trying to play hero." Ghost moved like a shadow, stepping beside Hawk. Tank took his place on the other side. In seconds, Lily had a wall of bikers protecting her. Hawk kept his voice calm but firm. "Sir, we don't want any trouble. But the girl is clearly afraid. Let's call the police and let them figure this out." The man's face turned purple. "She's a kid. She doesn't know what she wants. And you think some filthy bikers are gonna tell me what to do with my own child?" "She said you're not her real dad," Raven shot back. The man glared at Lily with venom. So now you're telling strangers lies about me. You're gonna pay for this when we get home. Lily whimpered and pressed her face into Hawk's jeans. That was it. Hawk rose slowly, towering over the man. His voice was low, dangerous, but controlled. You're not touching her. The man jabbed a finger toward Hawk. Move, or all. He never finished the sentence. His hand barely reached forward before Ghost seized his wrist in a vice-like grip, twisting it behind his back in one smooth, practiced motion. The man yelped in pain, collapsing onto his knees. Ghost didn't say a word. His silence alone was more threatening than shouting. Hawk crouched again, soothing Lily. You're safe now. We're here. Tank pulled out his phone. Calling 911. The man sputtered. You can't do this. I didn't do anything wrong. That kid is mine. No, Hawk said simply. She's a child who's scared for her life. That's enough for us. Lily hugged him so tightly he felt her heartbeat racing against his chest. Minutes later, though they felt like hours, the wail of police sirens cut through the desert air. 2 patrol cars pulled up. Officers stepped out, hands on their belts. Hawk raised his hands peacefully. Officer, we need help. The girl told us she's in danger. The officers talked to Lily gently, then pulled the stepfather aside. His rage only got him in deeper trouble. Every word he spat made the officers more suspicious. One officer noticed bruises on Lily's arms, faded but visible. Within minutes, the decision was made. The stepfather was handcuffed. Lily was placed under protective care. Before they led her to the patrol car, she turned back to Hawk, tears streaming down her cheeks. She threw her small arms around him. Thank you. Thank you. Hawk swallowed hard, placing his leather vest gently around her shoulders like a blanket. No one's ever gonna hurt you again, kiddo. The bikers stood in silence as the car drove away, red and blue lights reflecting off their motorcycles. The desert wind blew softly, and the iron wolves made one unspoken promise. This wasn't over, not until Lily found real safety, not until justice was fully served.